displaced. 250,000 people, more than 250,000 people died. Why am I saying this? Is that when something is happening to someone today, people celebrate. When it's happening tomorrow, we all can feel the effect. Liberia, the democracy that our people fought for is based on the rule of law. The rule of law means we should protect all individuals who take oath of public office, whether you're in the executive, you're in a legislature, or you're in a judiciary, you got to abide by the constitutional provision. Now, the fight against corruption is a good fight. That's the reason why the legislature has provided over millions of dollars to both the Anti-Corruption Commission, the LACC, which is the Anti-Corruption Commission, the GAC, and the asset recovery team. I think the asset recovery, look at the budget, they got over $2 million. Why did we do that? Because we believe that public officials who served before or are serving now should be accountable. But it has to be done within the confines of the Constitution. Something is happening that is very worrisome and dangerous, as you saw me reporting. It's the fact that people are now using auto-door method to extract evidence. Under the Liberian law, Liberia criminal procedure law, you saw the law says that the burden of proof is on the state. If the state accuses you that you have committed a crime, and that's what we pay money for the state to have money to go and look for the evidence. The state don't have, we didn't get the state money to say, to go accuse somebody, then tell the accused person, come and prove to us that you didn't steal money. That's what's happening. And I made specific reference to the issue of the Clark Foundation. And this is very concerning. Today it may be happening to Clark Foundation, and people think it's a serious thing. But it can happen to so many people tomorrow. The asset recovery unit claim that they have evidence that Clark Foundation was built by using public money. Good. If they have the evidence, they should go to court. But instead of taking the evidence to court, they're not asking Clark Foundation to come and prove that they didn't use public money. That's not what the law says. And what is even painful is that they are using the court to do it. The court that should be protecting the defendant and the state, that should be the neutral party, is now becoming part of the prosecution to force private people, even though the case is not even before the court, which is not even before them, they stay in the investigative stage, to say, can't produce evidence. And now what we get problem with the judge? We think that they want to call it judicial abuse of power. Now, judicial abuse of power is tantamount to impeachment. And the judge who is doing it, they believe that he's one of the best judges in our country. Why is he doing it? So we have power too. The legislature get power. If you are in the judiciary, you abuse your power, we can impeach you. We can move you from power. We can impeach you. You saw the oral in the chamber. You saw how all the senators are angry. That this is wrong. We should not allow a judge or asset recovery board to you. You cannot ask accused people to produce evidence against themselves. Constitutional Article 21 is very clear. It says no man shall be compelled to provide evidence against themselves. So that is why that is the concerning issue I raised today. And we invite those officials responsible before the Senate. The Senate, you can see that how angry member of the Senate was today when that issue was raised. They've been following it for inquiry, so that we can stop it. Today, you know what I mean? Somebody can ask me, if you say I stole government money, prove it. If you can establish it, then you see the property. But you can't come to me to say, give me the list of your donor. Tell me when you hire a fundraising program. Give me a telephone number. Who does that? How can a judge even entertain that? How can a judge even entertain that? For the judge to even entertain that, which judge the judge knows is a complete violation of anybody's right. When the case, not even before that judge, something is wrong with the judge, and something is wrong with the man who went there to seek the writ of subpoena Judicial. They should not be tolerated into this Liberia. Our country should not be, it should not go by. This country was funded on the foundation of the rule of law. No judge should be allowed to do that. Judge should not be even encouraging the prosecution to not be going to court. How that judge feel? You try, they use the judge to extract evidence from people and bring evidence to you. The person will first say, how do I defend myself? You say you can't implicate myself. I say no. And I'm a private entity. And I fully agree with Clark Foundation and say, Lord, we're not providing any evidence to anybody. If you get kids, go to court. We get kids, go to as a senator. You may let me, you may not let me, but I will say what is right. We got to fight for the thing our parents and for. People die for the democracy. Today happening to Clark Foundation. We go happen to President Weah tomorrow. It could happen to our First Lady, Mrs. Weah. It can happen to the Vice President's wife. As I tell you now, most of the senators, including the current First Lady, including the President, I've seen people saying the President Foundation. People can donate to the foundation. They're not crying. People can donate to somebody's foundation. You see, the foundation is separate from the office of the First Lady. First Lady is not position. First Lady office is not position in government. It's just a title. When you're married to the president, you call you First Lady. The president not married, nobody will be there to run an office. But when the president get married, they give you that title. And in the First Lady office, you can do things for government. The government can ask you to do, the government will pay for it. But if you get your foundation, because the foundation is a human person, it's a corporate entity, it can sue and be sued. So you can't say because somebody gave donation, you want to. That's totally wrong. And we stand by the Clark Foundation position that they're not on obligation to produce any statement to any court. They're not on any obligation, and the court can't arrest them because that would be a mistaken thing for the court to even attempt to arrest her because of somebody going. You have to go first. Let you be guilty of a crime. So that is our position. That would be the reason why I raised it with the Senate. Everybody, next week Monday, we filing a formal. Not Monday. Next week we'll file a formal complaint to the Senate to invite these individuals to come and show a reason why they are doing what they are doing. Somebody got to go through the investigation. I hope the judge will realize his mistake because he's someone that a lot of people believe that he's one of the best judges in Liberia, but what he's doing now, it made me to judge whether or not he's one of the best judges. Because you see clear-cut constitutional provision and say nobody should compare somebody produce evidence against and then they come to you and say, man, I can't issue the rate. Go find your evidence and bring it. Or bring the complaint here. Then when we talk here, you want issue subpoena that the system probably people make contribution and say, don't tell me who make a contribution. I gave my money. I said, don't tell people I gave my money. But you see the account, you want to trade the account. Somebody can get your account, but you don't call my name. I can get you money and send it to an account. You don't have to call my name. My company can get you money. Do you have to call my name and say I can get you money? No. First of all, you must start with government money laws in the first place. But government money not law, then you're looking for government money from someone that money not law from them. But we're gonna tell that which one they call that one, which one. So we're gonna start this. It's not good for Liberia. It's not good for Liberia. We're not really silent. The only thing you can do for people like me, when I tell people, I will not remain silent in your country. The only thing you can do is say you kill me. But one time Nathaniel McGill, even my father, my dead father come from the grave and he made a mistake, I will criticize him. So we think this is wrong, it should not be accepted. It can happen to anyone of you. We should not set a precedent to you that people will after tomorrow. Anybody can accuse you. Then the person say you can't exonerate yourself. That's what the law says. The law says if the government accuses you, especially on a criminal case, they burn it on the government. The reason why we get the government money to go and find the evidence. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll be taking a few questions from page. My name is Obadiah Johnson, Senator McGill. In your own words, you mentioned that abuse of justice amounts to impeachment.
If you violate your constitutional obligation.
Impeachment.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about instituting
right now,
impeachment proceeding against Justice Weah?
Well, right now, that's not what we are. I just say it could amount to impeachment. But I don't think right now we are at a stage of impeachment. I just say the judge should understand, because it's not the first time the judge doing it. The second rate he had an issue. The second rate he had issue. So it's not the second rate he had issue. But you should know that there's consequences for. You can't just be abusing your office. The same way you abuse mine, the poor can move me from that. But you can't be abusing your office. You gotta understand that the poor can check him, who can stop him from doing what he's doing. Not just have discretionary power to do anything he want to do, even violation of the Constitution. You know, I respect the open. I have a lot of respect for him, but if he does wrong, we'll call him off.
Senator, Madam Weah was not an ordinary Liberian when she constructed her Clark Hope Foundation there in Marshall, Gibby County, for the sake of promoting accountability and transparency, and in keeping with the Freedom of Information law. Don't you think it's prudent enough that she provide these documents?
That's not how the law works. Let him go to court and accuse the woman because she doesn't know what she's doing wrong. Go to court and make an allegation. Then she will can't defend herself. But you can't tell her, say, can't exonerate herself. I investigated you, you might exonerate herself. Not what the law works in the country. This is a country of law. It's not a country of men. Everybody follow the law in this country. The reason why you can hold somebody accountable because there's the law. The law says when you commit a crime, they might arrest you. So you can't go say because the law says when you commit crimes. No, it's the law. We're all following the law. So the government got to follow the law. And the government has a right, a reason to believe that there were, you know, sometimes I was in government before. Let's assume money was used to build Clark Foundation. Then it has to be an agent of government who gave the money to the Clark Foundation, correct? Assuming that you use government money, it has to be an agent of the government that took the money and gave to Clark Foundation. Because Clark Foundation is a private entity. It does not receive government money. Except to say they gave government money to Clark Foundation and Clark Foundation made money the money in this way. But assuming that was the case, it has to be a government entity, either Ministry of Finance or Ministry of State, took money and say they money for this year, we're taking it and get a Clark Foundation. Then the person who is going to be going after will be the Minister of State who made money, government money. Then when you establish that the Clark Foundation was a product of the government money, then you can go to it. But you can't go to Clark Foundation first. You got to first go to the government entity that created the corruption, that sent money to Clark Foundation. You can't to me investigate Nathaniel McGill. Nathaniel McGill is guilty. You took $200 million. That $200 million you're using to build Clark Foundation. Then Clark Foundation has become a product of my action. But you can't go to the foundation and say that government money, because the foundation is not government money.
But it's a big deal now for the foundation to just provide the sources of funding for that project.
Because the private people money, they don't know who give the money. They don't ask questions. Then why am I giving the money to you? The people give me money, the people can ask me questions. Not the government. They're not government money. Why do I give the government? She's on no obligation, except in a code of law, where it is required for her to do so, then she can do so. But you can't go tell us, tell me who gave you money to build a foundation. They're not government money. What are you doing? What are you doing that one for? So the foundation is absolutely right to say that we're not doing it. Because what the law says, don't do it. The law prohibits that from happening. We're not against the fight against corruption. Now, the reason why we gave the Arab group $2 million to do what they're doing, but they cannot go to do the wrong. And you guys should not even be supporting it. In your interest, gentlemen. You're the journalist. What are you going to be yours? Most of the girls say, yeah. Well, that's salary there. You tell me what's salary there. So when you're making $50 out of your place, I have build a house. Where you get the money from? Eh? Most of the journalists making $50. Some of them making a higher money you're making. I can tell you all of them. The higher money. Nobody is making money $100. Eh? You making okay? Nobody is making money $500. I call 40,000, 50,000. Some of the girls call 100,000. Where you get the money from? Eh? Those are corruption. But it's not corruption. Liberia is Liberia. You're building house here, you come to me, I want to do something, I give you $1,000, I give you $500, somebody give you cement, somebody give you block, somebody give you day, you build a little house, somebody can ask you, say, tell me all the donor, give me the little donor that I build your house with. You did it right? No journalists here, all of y'all here say agree, none of y'all making more than $500. But $500, I can pay you a mansion. But go see the journalists, go see the houses. Oh, I'm telling you. Go see Johnny, you see all this, all that mansion, and you see he's scared, this and that.
Honorable McGill, during your team meeting deliberations, you maintain that if the need be, you will send a communication if that thing, the judge will say that.
Yeah.
Do you maintain that statement?
Yeah, I still maintain that. We are already working with my police. We're trying to see whether we should invite the Arab people to their peer. Because that's a violation, that's what the law requires. Because IRA is a government institution. We'll get them money. And, you know, you saw the anger in the Senate. You know what I mean? You guys were there. You saw all the senators were angry. This is not. We just want it done right. You know, the reason why we'll get them money to do the job correctly, but they can't do the job. I mean, Arab people cannot be doing what they're doing. It's wrong. So we don't want confusion in this country. It's a sad day for the country, very, very sad. And I hope they will do the right thing. I hope the judge is listening because we are watching the activity of the judge. The judge knows that the judiciary can be checked by the legislature. You can check them if it is an overbearing or judicial function. They're not there. They can't just do anything without being checked. I mean, you gotta understand that they too can be checked, and we have the power to do that. And by checking their conduct, if you're abusing your power, the only thing we can do is to get you impeached. We get 29 senators, you saw almost the whole. We get 30 senators, you saw almost all the 30 senators were very angry. So if it came to impeachment, that job will just be quick, and it'll be very fast. So I hope the judge listening, and I hope my friend Beryl Clamantin is listening. The way he's proceeding is very wrong. We're getting government money to proceed on the rule of law, not to be jumping all over the place. If you get evidence, bring your evidence. I mean, nobody again the fight against corruption, but just do it in the confines of the law.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Nathaniel McGill, former chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change.